Good morning. You're welcome to Bystanders at the newsstand this morning. My name is Kolade Folari Kedeshri. Today is 3rd of June 2024. It's a bright new week. It's just a pity that Nigeria has been shut down now by the Nigerian Labour Congress, TUC, and all unions, trade unions in Nigeria. Yes, yesterday we thought everything was going to be resolved by the federal government in conjunction with NAS and the union leaders who were present in a closed door meeting talking about how to shelve this indefinite strike. They couldn't come to a conclusion. It was deadlocked. And the federal government, according to Lateef Fagbemi, Minister of Justice and the Attorney General of the Federation, has said that what the Labour plans to do today that has started is illegal and it's against the International Labour Congress Act that court has restrained them from going on any strike in the next the court has restrained them from going to any strike, from going on any strike in Nigeria, and also they also said that they need a 15 days announcement to be able to start the strike. Monitoring national news midnight this morning, some of the labor leaders have said that they've given the federal government information. They've given them the information that strike will start if they do not answer to them on all their demands. And their demands, like the Nigerian people are thinking, is not only on the minimum wage, it's also on the electricity tariff that has been hiked. And they said they have been saying this since the 1st of May 2024, and that's been more than 15 days, which the Nigerian constitution stipulates. Yes, AGF has said this is illegal. Federal government has said it validates it is illegality too. The Labour Minister for State for Labour Nkiruka has said we should Nigerian Labour Congress and all others should come to a round table and see that this thing will not affect Nigerians. This morning I have all our newspaper headlines ready, and I want to quickly go through it so that we can have our first reviewer for the day. New Telegraph newspaper this morning, 3rd June 2024, is what I'm going to be starting with. You can't dissociate yourself from Buhari's failure. Tambuwal tells Tinubu. Adeboye laments hardship in Nigeria, says things are hard. Autonomy, only way to save local governments from paralysis. That's according to Senator Shehu Sani, former Senator Kaduna Central. Yes, again, Zenith Bank named Nigeria's most sustainable bank. Those are the sub-headlines. Then I quickly go to the major headlines in the New Telegraph newspaper this morning, which says, Labour goes ahead with strike as NAS fails to stop action. Court order still in place, calls for action premature, call for action premature, illegal. That's according to the Attorney General of the Federation. We don't have powers to suspend industrial actions. That's unions. Frequent strikes scaring foreign investors from Nigeria. OPSA says the economy has no buffer for another industrial actions. Yes, Nigeria's electoral process still needs improvement. That's according to European Union. That'll be all for the New Telegraph newspaper this morning. I go to the Nigerian Tribune. It's still the same thing on the minimum wage. NAS leader steps in as AGF declares labor strike illegal. We won't accept starvation wage, NLC president tells Akpabio, Senate president, and Abbas, Tajuddin Abbas, that's the Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives. As Labour insists on total shutdown of schools, banks, government offices, and electricity. Yes, like the information we've been hearing, Nupeng and Penderson, with their Secretary General, has issued an ultimatum, issued a compliance letter yesterday that all members, all leaders of Nupeng must join the strike. Penderson saying, Joe Hosu for medical doctors saying, NANS, NANNS, that the Lagos State chapter has even said they are going to be part of the indefinite strike. And the Air Force authorities, which is ANAP, has said they are going to be part of the indefinite strike. All these, all social, all those staff unions in Nigeria are saying they are going to be part and parcel of this strike. And when we say, a lot of people are still going around all over Lagos, but I know that the strike action is taking place somewhere. The information that we got this morning is that at the PHCN office in Ikeja here, they've stopped some people from entering to the office to work. This is going to cause a lot of problem, and that's why the federal government is appealing to the strikers to please make sure that they talk this and look at how it will affect Nigerians and how it will affect the economy. But the unions have said this is not good, as the government is irresponsive and is taking turning their backs at their own play. Yes, that's for that. I'd like to quickly continue with the Nigerian Tribune newspapers this morning. IR31 rolls out electricity meters prices, directs BEDC orders to stop estimated billing. Nigeria no longer indebted to foreign carriers. Windstorm kills 5, injures 3 in Bauchi. Food inflation, consumers, traders lament as FCCPC visits Lagos market. Yes, the Daily Trust newspaper this morning still talks about this minimum wage. Labor's action illegal. That's according to the Attorney General of the Federation. Uncertainty over Hajj pilgrims early, because you know ANAP has joined in the strike. Yes, that's for the. I'll go to this day newspaper. Yes, this day newspaper talks about NLC, TUC adamant says strike goes on today as negotiation with National Assembly fails. Akpabio, strike will bring more hardship. Action premature. Illegal, Fagbemi declares. Bala Mohammed demands not feasible for states. There will be dire economic consequences in the rally. One, Sultan appeals to Labour to shelve strike. Yes, that's for this day newspaper. Yes, finally the Punch newspaper says Attorney General of the Federation tackles Labour as mass fails to stop strike. Attorney General of the Federation says past strike violates court orders. Federal government insists on 60,000 minimum wage. That will be all for the major headlines of the newspaper this morning. So I'd like to have my first reviewer this morning. Yes, please check the camera so that we can all be in the picture. Yes, Mr. Matthew. Yes, Mr. Matthew, you're welcome to Bystanders. This morning, Labour is on strike. They've shut down Nigeria. What's your take on that?
Thank you for having me. My take is that federal government unfortunately is neglecting the welfare of Nigerians, particularly the organized labor. I think the concern is unambiguous about the welfare of Nigerians and their security. The concern says it shall be the primary purpose of governance. We have seen the purchasing power of Naira coming down every day, and we have seen a government that have made so many promises, have not been able to redeem it, and you cannot continue telling organized labor to wait. Will they wait until Jesus come? But I think the government, federal government, is deliberately delaying arriving at a compromise with organized labor. Someone is saying, pay us 400,000. You are putting forward 60,000 as at the last count. I know the 400,000 is not feasible, but for me, I think the 60,000 is grossly inadequate, going by the purchasing power of Naira as of today. Three tomato today is 1,000 Naira. Average of yam is about 6,000, 5,000 as a case may be. So, for me, I think what organized labor need to do is to stand their feet and ensure that the government do the right thing. Because we have seen a government that is, let's say, adamant. Let's say, because for one reason, look at when they needed to enhance the working condition of new members of National Assembly. And talking of when they released 70 billion, which at the time they made us to understand that it was to enhance the working condition of new members of National Assembly. It didn't take some time. They didn't tell it was with a speed of light they did it. So why is it that when we are talking about to enhance the welfare of Nigerian workers, federal government workers, the government is dragging? They on their own part promised to roll out vehicle that run on CNG. More than 1 year after Tinubu in office, we are not yet seen any vehicle powered by CNG on our roads. More than 1 year after they promised to give out 50,000 to a good 50,000 naira to a good number of nano business owners. A good number of small nano business owners. More than 1 year, we have not seen that. More than 1 year after they promised to give 1 billion each to about 75 companies as a way of galvanizing economic activities and improving our GDP. More than 1 year they've not done that. Don't forget that they equally promised to give 500,000 and 1 million, as the case may be, to a good number of small and medium scale enterprises. More than 1 year, they've not done that. So you need to wonder, is the government striving on receipts, propaganda? For me, I think one thing is certain. Organized labor should stand their feet, understand the threat from the Attorney Defamation, threatening of content of company because
yes, court has restrained the unions from embarking on any strike.
I begin to wonder which interest is the court order serving.
Because when you have a
court order that will stay forever, that will not be vacated? Because I seen a situation where federal government, if labor raise any issue, the next thing you see, federal government will rush to National Industrial Court. Before you know it, an injunction will surface. And the Office of the Attorney General Federation will start threatening. If you proceed to go, if you go ahead with the strike, you are in contempt of the court order. And I don't think Nigeria is operating fully on rule of law. The rival government that says there are so many instances they violate law. Though I'm not advocating that
people should violate the law.
Start violating the law because it's a recipe for anarchy. However, I don't want the source of the goose is called the source of Uganda. Recall that when Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to enjoy judgment of Court of Appeal, when the Court of Appeal ruled that it was extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria, or the federal government was able to get another ruling from Supreme Court, they were in contempt of that judgment. They didn't obey it. It's not even on record that that judgment, the state execution of that judgment before the Supreme Court asked the case of Nnamdi Kanu to go and start the level afresh from the court of first instance.
Okay, so the law says Labour should give the federal government 15 days notice before embarking on any strike. Federal government is saying they didn't give them that much notice.
If that's what they didn't give, does it mean the welfare of Nigerian workers is not their priority? The issue of salary structure, agreement, compromise is something you can achieve in a day. Why is it taking until Jesus comes? It's got to show that they are deliberately not doing what they ought to do. They are what they call an assault to stop themselves. I don't know what the labor is doing. They know that this is the position of the law. We have to give 14 days notice. Perhaps they know if they issue that 14 days notice, federal government will rush to industrial court again. Because you know an injunction will surface. I think because federal government on its own part at times tread on illegality, that's why we always advise government that those who live in glass houses should not throw stones.
Okay, thank you for that. Wale Edun has said it is normal for investors to come to Nigeria and leave. I'm sure that you heard what he said. concerning the fact that it's because they do not have access to foreign exchange. That's why some investors are leaving, and really some are coming. What's your take on that?
My take is that the FX situation in Nigeria is precarious. My take is that federal government, they are not doing what they ought to do. Let me even take attention to diaspora remittance.
Okay.
Normally, statistically, historically, diaspora remittance to Africa, Nigeria account for about 38%. In 2022 or so, diaspora remittance to Nigeria is about 17 trillion, whereby exchange rate of about 700 naira to a dollar, which was higher than our national budget that year. As I speak with you, diaspora remittance have dropped as a result of policies of this current government. And here you have Waledu are trying to tell you that we need to woo our brothers, diasporans, to bring in their investment, to bring in their earnings, to bring liquidity of dollar into our economy. Yet your policy is scaring people away. Mr. Kadesh,
Yes, sir.
you can do investigative journalism. Go to banks, go to FS session. You see that they are sitting idly, not reserving, because Nigerians in diaspora are not sending money because of policies of this government. So by the time you are asking, saying some foreigners are coming, some are going because of perhaps they don't have enough forests, I will tell you that the government, they should go back to the drawing board. However I look at it, whatever foreign investments is always a key factor in growing the economy, particularly Nigeria, that is a developing country. So I don't see any reason we should be scaring foreign investors with our policies that is antithetical to the well-being of any would come business to Nigeria.
Okay, now before I go, I want you to quickly talk about this thing. Cyber security levy has been postponed. But have you noticed the 50 naira that is being deducted from every 10,000?
To be quite honest with you, I have not noticed it.
I've noticed that in the last
honestly, I've not noticed it. Maybe I will
be on the lookout for it
to see how whether it's actually
so because you know that sometimes these things can happen without Nigerians having an inclination that it is happening.
That's why I said let me put my eye on the ball.
Okay.
So that next time I come here, I can speak from an informed position.
Thank you very much. Nice having you. Yes, thank you very much, Pastor Matthew. And I also want to say a big thank you to Chibuzo, who has sent a hand of fellowship to us, and God will continue to replenish your pocket. My second reviewer, Mr. Olajide, you are welcome to you are welcome to bystanders at the newsstand today.
Thank you very much.
You didn't go to work today.
I'm not a government employee person. I'm self-employed, so I do.
Oh, I thought you work with the Lagos State government.
No, I do my private business, so I'm not government employed.
Okay, you told me you were at the PHCN office
This morning,
and you weren't allowed entrance into the place. What can you say about that?
In fact, Mr. Kola, it was the Ikeja business distribution, the business unit office. Because at the gate I knew strike is on, because I followed news yesterday up to after 11 o'clock when Ijoma was the political program was handling. She was handling. Said presently the labor officials and the government are still in the meeting, and hopefully before 12 midnight they will reach a compromise. Yes, and then the strike will be up. So that's what I thought they might have reached a compromise. They might have reached an agreement, and there was no strike. So we had.
Why would you have thought they would have reached an agreement?
Because in any issue, when there's a disagreement between people, when there's a platform for you to meet and discuss, there's likelihood of you reaching an agreement and resolve the matter, and solution comes to it, and then everybody smile at the end of the day. out of the meeting. That's what I thought. When the woman said they are opening at the 4 deadline, it got 12 midnight. The whole she was saying the whole deadline will be broken and agreement will be reached. Solution will come up and the strike will be suspended. We don't even hold the first place. So that's when I got to Ikeja business office this morning at Alausa at the gates. The customer has instead of opening gate to us, I said, "We are customer, we are here to address the complaint. Concerning our electricity in our house." He said, "What?" He said, "We are on strike." I said, "Strike?" Okay, he didn't open the gate. And I look, I saw the Labour Council officials. I wrote, and the Lagos State at on the follow the wall. And I said, okay, they came to enforce so both we, the customers, and the staff were not allowed to go in. I mean, that's what I just
Okay, now, federal government has said it is illegal. It validates the court order that restrains them from going on with any industrial action. What's your take on it? Is the labor on the right path or the federal government on the right path?
The government is claiming Labour is embarking on a legal strike, that they are violating court order. The government is supposed to set a good example. There's supposed to be a leadership by example to us. Violate court order. What moral ground do they have to not be accusing Labour? They are only trying to hide under the law when it favors them. But when the judgment is given on justice granted against them, they don't obey it. So they are showing an example of lawlessness. I'm not backing up lawlessness. The government is supposed to show road path, example of following, lawful way of doing things. Are the example of lawlessness. So what more are they accusing Labour? To say Labour is now flouting court order. How many court orders do the government has flouted? Has not obeyed. So for government to be saying Labour is flouting court order is mischievous. It's just they are not being sincere. They are just mischievous. So Labour should go ahead with what they have done. Of course, I have another issue concerning business anyway. Labour should go ahead with what they have done. Labour said they issued deadline of 31st of May to the government that engage us and sign reach agreement with us on new minimum wage. It's just to understand the notice of government that May 31st is the deadline. If we don't do that, we will go on strike. We call our workers from up their duty and start to and they have done that. So government is not just aware that this notice is fresh on them. They are aware of it. They have been served on them for some time. They couldn't reach agreement with Labour and Labour has not to go on strike. So it's a development that's rightfully, as I'm concerned, lawful. So the government is not talking about court order. They are just being mysterious about that. And that example of not following court order. Would they follow it when it's president? Why doesn't pay them to disobey it?
Now, federal government has said the demands of the Labour Congress, the Labour unions, will cost Nigeria 40% of its annual budget, which is 9.5 trillion. That means this will affect infrastructure and other developmental policies of the government.
Mr. Kola, like when I was answering a second question, I said I have a kind of feeling about that Labour demand. Labour is talking of minimum wage. From that perspective of Labour struggle, Labour effort is most geared towards those who are employees who are collecting salaries, whether private or public. I am not collecting salary from anybody. I'm going,
but you will pay. You are in the private sector. You will pay salary.
Excuse me, sir. I'm talking about my income first. If nobody is putting an argument for of a particular amount as minimum wage, they are not the demand does not cut across the whole system of the whole spectrum of the whole society.
Yes, the working society.
Yes, they are only talking about the who are being paid by employer, but they are not talking about people who are self-employed who are making money on their own. So if Labour is now asking for amount of money that will account for about 40% of the budget, what about we the citizens who are not being paid by
self-employed SMEs?
Excuse me. That's why I told you I have mixed feeling about Labour's demand. As much as I support them to fight for people who are salary earners, What about the percentage of people who are not earning salary? So then let's put everything versus fairness on play. If some percentage of people who are earning salary, whether private or public, are dropping 40% of the total budget. What about the rest members who are not necessarily from government? Who are self-employed? So what percent would they drop? So as much as I'm concerned, as much as I support labor to find the minimum wage for those who are collecting salary from government or private unions, labor should also now think of what would they do to people who are self-employed who are not collecting salary. But if this is fine, it's only for their own enjoyment. I am not going to for anybody. What's my own interest? Where is never involved my own interest? It's never only for salary earners' interest. No. Labor force should be for entirety of the workforce of a nation. So that is where I am concerned about. I'm not against what labor is talking about. I'm not against what labor is talking about.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Olajide. Nice having you. Yes, Mr. Kule. In quite a while.
I was in here on Saturday. I just have to rest.
Okay.
I just have to rest on Saturday. I was a bit down, so I have to rest.
But you feel better.
I feel better.
Maybe all the partying from the birthday.
Really celebrate in a larger space like that. I just took the children out, so I bought them snacks and
and enjoyed yourself with your family. Yes, that's the best celebration. Yes, Labour has shut down Nigeria from today indefinitely. What's your take on it, sir?
Yes, I think my take on it is at the wrong time, and is at the wrong time coming from the wrong people. Right? When I say by the wrong people, I've said I will never believe anything Labour is fighting for again in my life, and I stand by my rights. I stand by my words. Why? This is a Labour. They have betrayed Nigerians. They have betrayed the masses more than 5 times. More than 5 times. And I don't now know whether there is a charm scam they are using for us that will support them to actualize their wants from the government after actualizing their needs. And the next thing is they will abandon the masses. They will abandon the masses. And this is Labour we're talking of. If you know the status of government engagement, you will know that Labour cannot be exempt. They can't exempt themselves. Cannot be exempted from part of the corruption, the problems they're having. They cannot exempt themselves. I can tell you categorically. I've had an industrial apartment in the federal state government power status. I've mingled. I know when Labour was Labour then. The time of Frank Kokori, the time of Bafayahu, we know we have a very thoroughbred Labour there. That some lawyers, erudite lawyers, Agbakoba, Falana, then the Ganifawa Ihimi, and what's it called, Ezekome. They are always the Labour lawyers. We gather at Tejosho Market there. That's where the head office is there. Tejosho Roads, off Tejosho Road. So we students, because I used to be in what's it called, Yabade. I was in Yabatek. So what happened was, once we hear there's going to be protests, all the students will come out, to support Labour. So we gather at Tejosho Market. Then the alota will start. Maybe they'll just give. Then we just see Black Maria driving in. After that drive by Black Maria, you see some policemen, still looking, scary looking police with the, what's it called? They'll be guiding everywhere. Then, not knowing that they'll be timing Nigerians that want to, support Labour. They'll be timing the lawyers that want to support Labour. Next thing, once it's like 1 hour plus, they will start, spraying tear gas on people. And we all carry our eyes with tear gas. So you say so I said
that time was not trustworthy than the Labour we have now.
Yes, that's why I
always say something, sir. That when government needs to do something, it is better late than never.
Yeah.
You now said the wrong timing for Labour to go on strike is not now. That this is the wrong time. Don't you support your word that you say it's better late than never.
But not for labor. It's not applicable to labor.
Why would you say that, sir?
It's better to come late than never. It's not applicable to labor.
Okay.
If you know how many damages the labor has caused to an average human in Nigeria, how do we find ourselves in this electricity?
It's not about minimum wage alone. Yes, standard. You reminded us. You said electricity
tariff. Are they just waking up now? The time they're supposed to guard that policy, or was it under Jonathan or under Buhari?
It was under
Buhari. And Nigeria promised us that Nigeria will never succumb to this, unnecessary tariff they are bringing, the killers tariff they are bringing, and we will make sure we kill it. What happened? They organized midnight meeting with the labor. And
so that means that
the rest was
with this strike, we do not trust the labor action.
Nobody trusts the labor.
Why would you say you don't trust the labor action?
When somebody betray you first time, second time, third time, fourth time.
So that means the federal government too is not sincere.
The two of them are not sincere to themselves, and they know themselves. Now let me tell you, for every politician, when he gets to office, whose hand is going to land? It's going to land on one of the top labor officers. And then they will not directors. Yeah, they will not tell them, even on that level,
principal manager.
They will not tell them, okay, this is how we do this. So this is how your success.
This is how we do. This is where you will chop.
This is where you will chop.
That's why is that how it is done?
I said the chairman of the Abarume, or what's it called, Arubeme, or what's it that guy there? They found him. The labor themselves. They found him guilty of 3 billion naira that is siphoned. From where? How much is labor salary? That you see an average labor that having 3 billion naira in his account.
Okay, yes. The Minister for Finance and the economic head, the economic team head of Nigeria, Mr. Wale Edun, has said it is normal for investors to leave Nigeria.
As what?
It's normal for investors to leave Nigeria because of foreign exchange issues. And a lot of people have been saying, okay, all the policies of this government for the past 1 year, as you always say, the government has done well. The purchasing power of the average Nigerian man is declining. What can you say, sir?
The problem is, I can say, the what's it called? The people that are going out of the country, they are taking their investment out. You can't blame them because the country is not yet stabilized. It's not yet fully stabilized now as it is. And I can tell you, one thing is working for us. The population is working for us. As some as majority are going, some are coming.
Yeah.
Because I could see that there was an engagement with some Chinese. They just brought in, and it's Chinese-Indian economy we want to run now. Why Indian economy? Indian government, Indian country, the state of India has been in a problem even more worse than what Nigeria is witnessing today, which was there was scarcity, there was food scarcity, there was population explosion going along with the food scarcity. There's no data for the birth rate in India, but when they were ready to call a spade, it took the Gandhi family, Mama Gandhi family generation to turn around India. And I could see that coming up with what Nigeria is going through now. Because as it is now, the population is there. We are almost 230 million people.
And it's increasing.
It's increasing. And I can
2.3% above last year.
Last year. And we have to still put the blame game on the average masses too. Because it's not just spending on your wife and giving birth to the children you cannot take care of. There must be control.
Go ye into the world and replenish the earth.
And replenish your poverty. Replenish poverty. As I did now, I don't do pass myself. Now two. Yes, now two. Just two.
Are you trying to stop the handwork of God?
This one don't be handwork of God. Now self-inflicted. Softness. You apply for your. When you born pikin like 5, you can't say na government be your problem. You born pikin like 100 in a country that has no data of childbirth, in a country that has no plan. Are you not doing yourself? You say sex is the end thing that is for the common man. The common man has to look away from the sex.
Tó bá lágbára láti gbógun, tó bá ti lágbára láti tọ́ wọn, kò sẹ́ni tó.
That old story be that one. story Nigeria wey we do now. Old story.
If you have power to take care of 20, nobody is holding your hand.
Are you going to naming ceremony much nowadays? Are you going to naming ceremony much?
Maybe because
there's nothing much. Because we need to caution ourselves there before
because we don't go to naming ceremony. That's people don't name their children.
They name their children. You say our problem. That's why I say decentralization. We should go back to the first republic, which was the Republican republic. Let everybody go and take care of themselves in the region and contribute token to the center. Regional system. That's going to be our solution in this country. Because the headache now, there's no Panadol that can cure this headache. I've been saying this for a while. The only Panadol that can cure it is the Constitution. You bring out the Constitution. This one that wants to go, let him just sit down on the round table. This is regionalism we are going to now. Go and perform maximally, and let us see what you bring on the table. There won't be any monkey dey walk, babu dey chop.
Thank you very much. And please don't let your wife go back without giving all those things she has brought to the world. All those things.
Two is enough. Operation, what's it called? What's your pocket? Now so.
Mr. Lucky Ojabuna, I got the name right.
You get it right.
Edo no be Lagos.
Edo no be Lagos.
But now this strike wey dey happen for Lagos now, dey happen for Edo, dey happen for Kaduna, dey happen all over Nigeria. Before you start, I know you want to say one or two things.
My brother, God bless you. I know you are watching us here. I know, as I said, I'm still. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, my brothers and sisters who have assisted me. And I believe I don't know if your phone have your phone.
My phone is still there.
Please, some people say they want to contact you. You know, sometimes they want to contact you to the
They can contact you through Pastor Matthew.
I pray God should help Oga to buy phone. And I know you are watching me now. God will give you phone. God will use people who are watching us here to give you phone.
Amen.
I will remember me.
Amen. No, I will call you from time to time and begin to pray for you.
God bless you.
Yes, I don't know the Lagos. Strike one day all over Nigeria. What's your take on it? Is it the right time? Like some people, APC people have said, federal government has said it is illegal and it's a violation of the court order.
When you say strike, who was the chairman of strike? Who was the chairman organizing strike? Who was at least front strike? It's our Baba that is there. You can't deny it.
Who?
Tinubu.
Yeah.
You cannot deny it. He fought for strike. He supported strike.
He led strike.
Yes. The one they did in against Jonathan. The 7 of Ojota.
That wasn't strike, that was protest.
Every protest, strike protest. It was supported by one of our bishop pastor. What's the name?
Pastor.
Tunde Bakari.
Yes.
Police Yinka.
Citadel Global Community.
A lot of big men you support. But today, he has got it to his turn. He said, I want to jail him. Let me tell you something. We have been on strike since he did to clap government. We have been on strike. Nigeria is on strike. You know, Nigeria people, when they strike, when they get to the war, they will still open the war and check what they have there until they tired.
That's it.
So the strike today just begin, and I pray labourers to sustain it. Understand me? Let everything granted so that let's people fighting once and for all. Sir.
Do you think Labour can achieve something tangible with this strike? Because it's not the first time.
Since yesterday, Akpabio has been begging them. But let them go. Let them just try to look that look. You can fight. That they have started it. He left for Nigeria to follow who are complaining. I don't say Nigeria to complaining about Gary, about rice. I don't tell me what affect Labour affect everybody, affect me, affect you. I don't tell me, sir. What affect Labour affect you, affect me. I understand that 400,000 is too much.
494.
494 is too much. And let them, if government pay 494 now, a bag of rice will be 500,000 naira. Government should put price control. If you do price control, then you can pay the 100,000, no problem. Are you getting me? if they pay labor that kind of money, even 100,000, petrol, everything will go up.
Okay, if you think what Labour is doing is good, if at the end of the day nothing comes out of it, what will you say?
Something must come out of it because the labor that took that boat, they are aiming something. Now it's 60,000. They might be earning up to 100,000 or 150. And but what I'm saying, government should put price control. Today, if government come out and say, today bread go back to 500 naira, labor will not mind that 400 something thousand. Anywhere. Hey, government is not doing just say increase, labor increase. But what I'm telling you, we are already on strike. We are not happy. Everything has gone broken. Egg is 4,000 naira, sir. People will make it 1,600.
Somebody raised the question. He said, Ajairo, who is the leader of the Labour Congress, that is asking for 494. So if he employs, can he ever pay his driver 494,000 per month as salary?
We should leave that area. These people,
No, but because
they don't hate that man. I know. They hate him because it's a.
But that's the question. That's the question. Can he?
Whether I know he cannot pay. He cannot pay. But what I'm saying, let government come out and tell us, say, our workers, they up to 2 million, 3 million. Can government come out and tell us? But if government can rush and buy senators, House of Rep, 190 million car.
Federal government has said that this thing will cost Nigerian government 40% of the budget.
It should cost
9.5 trillion.
It should cost.
And it will affect infrastructure.
The money they recover for Abacha, where is it?
It will affect social development.
It should cost. It's letting be. The money they
Yes, sir.
The salary, the upper house and lower house of the legislative are
Put together is up to 9.5 trillion.
So what are you saying?
Now think by yourself now. They are claiming that they are refilling their tank. They are paying the utility bill. They are saying labor. Are they not paying their utility bills?
Yes.
Refilling their tanks. I mean, their children in the school.
In the school.
10
years ahead.
I'm telling, paying 10 years ahead because the government is part of the labor. Governor of Kogi State. Okay, it is not good.
It is not. It is not good. Nigeria should join the strike. Yeah, let's join the strike. Whether I call or no call, let's join the strike because it affects labor.
But do you know that the ordinary man on the street will be affected? And even if they increase this money at the end of the day, the ordinary man on the street who is not part of the labor workforce, who is just a small, medium entrepreneur, will still suffer it.
I want to ask question. How much was labor collecting when the federal government increased fuel? Sir,
35,000.
30,000. They increased fuel. They increased without informing the labor, from the Nigerian masses who voted them in. When Tinubu went and buy car for senator, he did tell Nigeria. Do you know how much is that? Do you know how much that car money can feed many people in Nigeria? When we don't have any problem. We don't have any problem. But what I'm saying, I supported the strike. Let's people go on. Let's everyone go there. If we grant in Nigeria, let's people grant Nigeria. We know that we are not happy, sir. I will tell you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's nice having you. Mazi. Yes, your sister, Minister for Labour in Kiruka. I can't remember. Onyediocha. Yes, Onyediocha. That's the Minister for Labour. Has begged the Nigerian Labour Congress and all trade unions and all union leaders that they should shelve this strike.
Okay, thank you. I will talk on that. Cadet, let me greet our highly esteemed viewers. Good morning to you guys. Chibuzo, Udoye.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Mami Nkechi Nwanyoma. Thank you so much. That's good woman.
I know.
A woman of kind heart.
I know.
Mommy, I thank God that you've gotten back home in the UK peacefully. Then again, my dear best friend in Australia, Dr. Engineer Hope Iyamo. Thank you so much. I'm praying for you. Happy New Week. Happy New Month to you guys. Then again, Obril, we are wonderful. You are in Nigeria. God will bless you. Then I'm talking. I want to just extend my handshake of greeting
to Akim Olasupo. I'm greeting Amuche Modesty, Clara, Mommy Vera, Maneri, Austin Ubaja, and our Tunde Okafo. Thank you so much, Mr. Ude Abala. There are many of you over there. He's High Chief Professor in Law in the UK, OJ Okwadi. I'm greeting all of you. This is my guy, Kenneth, in Italy. The one that writes God knows in his profile because sometimes your name escapes. Gino God. Efe. I can't remember all.
Yes.
Now I'm trying.
You are trying.
To greet reason.
You are trying.
It's true. So, thank you so much. Enjoy yourself and happy new month and happy new week. Cadets, strike in Nigeria that starts today is not being so that effective. Do you know why?
Why?
We are trying to pressurize the TUC, Trade Union Congress, to join the labor.
No, of course they have.
Okay,
They have.
and we're even trying to eye Akara women, tomato, pepper, those ones that are across the road selling bread, all of them. Most importantly, National Union of Road Workers, Transport Workers, they should join.
Those ones have not joined.
They have not joined. See, they must join.
Why?
Must. What is Aisha Yusuf was telling us? When government deviates from doing the needful, be yourself, call their attention. Failure to do so, let us go court. See, let me tell you, everybody, all hands must be on the table to make sure that labor teaches government a lesson. See, when they are arguing that they pay too much bill, that's why they are paying lawmakers in the upper legislative house and the lower legislative house. Listen, that amount they are going home with, Oga, such is not an excuse. Everybody is paying bill. Those laborers we are giving 60,000. Is it for akara and the bread only in the morning? Because currently, before you can make a pot of soup in Nigeria, you are going to spend 12,000-15,000. That is manageable. I'm telling you the truth.
Family of three.
Okay, family of three. Because we family of 7, family of 6. Today you use 20,000. I'm telling you, with our beg, madam will be begging you before you could release that money. Okay, giving birth to children nowadays in Nigeria is a crime. Why? If you want to dish it out, you learn how to take it. Okay, if you know that you are a productive man, a man that anytime you go, you score goal. Okay, think twice. Control yourself. Because bearing children in Nigeria is now a crime, and God has not made it to be so. Yes, if God has made it to be so, I shouldn't have been here today. I will not be here because I know how many my father bred. No be born, bred, liquored. We are many. And today, the kind of policy we have in Nigeria today, people are what? Deteriorating, decreasing in number. Children bearing in Nigeria is no longer a child play because starting from the hospital bill, you will go, your wife will go what? Antenatal. From there you will be paying money, and after giving birth, you will spend from your nails. What about medication? Can you just buy those medicine drugs that are being administered to newborn baby? You know, Avidec, that price Avidec. Multivitamin, do you know how much it costs? Have you forgotten about it?
Teaching powder.
Pecan. I don't really understand where I'm going.
Okay, now the federal government has said the only issue now is that the labor has gone about this thing illegally because there's a court injunction that the labor union must not go on with any strike forthwith.
But that's sick. You know one thing with me, I don't like people violating the law and they stand on their height trying to let us understand that they are above the law. When is it illegal for laborers to strike? That you are coming out with
injunction.
that you are coming out with a policy, a hard policy that is not amicably treated well for the laborers to coexist in our country. You are coming out with policy that that is too excruciating to ordinary man, and you use court to stop us, and when we use court to stop you, you use money to stop the court from being effective. Okay, such government is a tyrannical system of government. Okay, has every right to come on the streets. Labour has every audacity to shut the economy down.
But according to the constitution, it's supposed to give Labour is supposed to give the government 15 days notice.
Okay, since Buhari regime, Labour has been giving notice 2021, 2022, 2023 last year. Notice. The deal has not been sealed till today. Deals after deals, truth after truth, nothing has been come out of it. Labour threatened federal government to shut down the economy, to shut down the commercial activities last year when pump price went high. Pump price has gone further than that. Court, AGF, follow me, is threatening Labour. Is that how to do it in America, in Europe? Anytime Labour rises up to come to the street, European countries, they will use AGF and CGN. Okay, I'm trying to tell Fagbemi and Dariwole this morning that we know what played out. The reason why judiciary has become an errand boy before the executive office of Tinubu, the presidency, that we know what played out last year during the election. Okay, I'm trying to collaborate what happened last year, crash two of them together with what is happening currently. Okay, something went on that brings about radicalization of Nigerian judiciary. The law, court is not the highest again. Court is now going message for the executive. The highest should be the people. The people is stronger than government, followed by court. The judiciary is the head of the common man. That's why we all look up to justice. And justice is like it has gone down before the office of the presidency.
This is not the first time the Labour will be striking. This is not the first time the Labour will be striking. At the end of the day, they call it off without tangible achievement. This time around, do you think the Labour can achieve what it has set out to do?
That's why I'm inviting both motorists, transporters. Listen to me. I'm inviting the trade union.
So that means Nigeria will be grounded to a halt.
Thank you so much. It happened in 1993 when the military absolutely outrightly have come out with what the idea that Abiola that won presumable June 12th election president was not worthy to be Nigeria president. Labour, Mike Kokori, the president of NUPENG then, I think, everything in Nigeria went down. And it worked out. The military, the gun owners, they did not shoot gun. They followed the due process and addressed the problem of the country. And on August, I think 25th, Babangida bowed out, telling the whole world that he stepped aside. Tinubu regime will never be the first, and it's not going to be the last. You know what? The labor union, they should come out. Akara woman, the market woman, together with the transporters, they should come out and stop this government. We are here. We can never be fools all the time. We can never be fooled by these people running the country down, running the economy of the Nigeria nation down, all in the name of whom they are. Listen good, caller.
Yes, sir.
Aisha Yusuf has opened the eyes of many.
The human rights activist.
She is a very, very good woman. In fact, the only friend I have in Nigeria now is Aisha Yusuf, because he is thoroughly a trustful person that wants good for Nigerians. Didn't you listen to him? I think I shared it up with you.
Yeah, I said.
He sat down. He did not think Nigeria hailed him. Because he's not hailing anybody. Hailing Nigeria for what? Why not use our own national anthem written by us, one of us, to greet the so-called Nigeria? Why are we reverting to the one written by our colonialists? Are we bringing back? Oh God, let me tell you. I do like this for Aisha Yusuf. I'm going to turn back for Ajero. If one thing, only if he could stand on his word, he should come out on the streets and do what? tell Tinubu administration, tell Akpabio, tell all of them that are putting Nigeria into this kind of tight corner, that the people you see are stronger than government.
Thank you
It
very
is
much.
only God Almighty that is ahead of us.
Thank you very much.
Everybody should come out
Thank you
and
very
cooperate with these people.
Thank you very
in Lagos.
much.
I think they are going to go far.
Yes.
Only if they will not just fizzle out.
Why do you think they can fizzle out?
We have cowards in Nigeria. Didn't you hear what Aisha Yusuf said? Every Nigerian you see, they don't want to die. They don't want to go India. And when somebody is in there, they will be laughing and celebrating, thinking it is easy. Imagine somebody sitting down in one place in one room for 48 months. You know who I'm referring to?
I know.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a human being. He breathes. I breathe. He breathes. You breathe. We are all humans. Let us be serious. Let us tighten our belts and kick this political whatever they call themselves out of our system, so that our children will not see what we are seeing now. It is very important.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much to all our esteemed viewers. We may not be able to take more than these on bystanders this morning, and we thank you for all your support and prayer. Thank you for your contribution. God will continue to bless you. I thank Dr. Odulade, Dr. Taiwo Odulade, Jane Ogo, Makim Olasupo, Chibuzo, Obiri, and all those people that has always been part and parcel of this program, encouraging us to always be here. If you are not there, we can be here. We thank you very much. Have a lovely day. My name is Kolade Folare Kadesh Prince. Bye for now.